And it's July 29th. Welcome on in to Daily Cards presented by Mungenast, St. Louis Acura, and Royal Banks of Missouri right here on ClaibsOnline.com. I'm Joe Roderick, joined alongside by Bob Ramsey. Got the finger point right today. Oh, we're off to a great start. Look at that. Rammer, how you doing?
I'm very well, Joe. It's extremely, brutally, horribly Africa hot in mid-Missouri. And we're going to survive, though. We'll be fine.
It's lovely. I might go run a couple miles this afternoon, Rammer.
I'm not shocked at the foolishness of your actions.
I love the heat. I'm just, you know what? I'm going to load up the Camelback and go out and run for maybe just go sweat out some of my problems as we
get some of those toxins out.
Yeah, just get nice and refreshed out there. Out on the trail. Rammer, the Cardinals have an off day today. Not a very good game for them yesterday as they lose 7-2. KK with one of his worst outings here as a Redbird. The biggest point of concern, though, is the health of Nolan Arenado, who left the game yesterday getting hit on the back elbow, which would be his right elbow with him batting. And you hope that the team just kind of looked at it and said, you know what, we're down 7-2. It's hot, and we don't have a game tomorrow. Just get out of there and get 2 days of rest.
Well, Mike Schilt today, about an hour ago, said that he fully expects Arenado to be in the lineup tomorrow, that it is just a bruise. So if that turns out to be true, then yeah, he just got hit on the elbow, and he's going to be back in there tomorrow. So that's good. I think one of the things that you and I have talked about the last week or so, it really been a month or so. We talked about O'Neill elevating his game, and then in July, Bader, and we'd been calling for Bader to move up. And I've always said, be careful, don't chase the stats. Bader moves up another slot, doesn't get anything done. Now, it's one game. You don't take anything from that, but was the move too late to take advantage of the scorching hot play for him offensively? So We'll see how it goes. Is he a 400 hitter? Is he a 200 hitter? Or could he be a 300 hitter? And that's what you and I both hope for.
You're going to have a Harrison Bader that's going to come back to St. Louis this week. He's going to face some bad pitching teams in the Twins and the Braves and the Royals, and in front of the home crowd. And you're going to get a Bader continuing on this hot streak. Good. And we talked about it before the show. As I kind of lead into it, you have an opportunity here. We talked about it in June about the way the schedule lined up, having this opportunity to gain some ground, to win some games, to put yourself in a good position. And once again, I mean, we'll talk about it starting tomorrow with the Twins preview. But if you just want to look at this schedule as a whole, coming up, the Cardinals have a very good opportunity for the first 16 days of August to make something happen and to show that they are just not a 500 ball club.
And that's how they play. That's how they look. And as Rick Majerus and others have said, you are what your record says you are. And so not only with the numbers, but with the eye test, they're a 500 team. Can they get enough starting pitching? Can the offense continue to show us that they're better than that over the next couple of weeks to say, okay, now let's make a run at the Milwaukee Brewers? It's going to be fascinating in that regard to see if they can do it. It may not take 2 weeks. If they flounder in the first week, the second week won't matter, right? So they've got to get after it and start winning 2 out of 3 or better right away.
And that's you have, again, I mean, we can do a Douglas schedule rating here and kind of look at what they have coming up. You have the Twins, you have the Braves, you have the Royals, you have the Pirates, the Royals again. Then you have Milwaukee right in the middle of this month before you go back to Pirates, Tigers, Pirates. Again, I mean,
it's there in front of you.
They're giving it to you. Yes, they're giving it to you. You're sitting here, you're talking about the fact that you're getting healthy. If you want to look at the trade deadline and see what's out there, you can go and you can make a move knowing that wins are there on the table. And you can easily get to that 5 over benchmark and then start to look at that 10 over benchmark. You can look at winning streaks or winning chunks of games with the schedule in front of you.
All right, let's get to the trade deadline before we run out of time. Just over 24 hours from now, it'll be done. So I'm going to go through it. Here's what's funny about fans in general, and I think in particular Cardinal fans. Unless we have a whipping boy that we just like to heap vitriol and booze on, and we've had those over the years. People know who they are. Unless it's one of those guys, we fall in love with our players. Oh, no, we don't need him because – and it was an example, and I'm with you. I'm not picking on you, but you brought it up. Well, we don't need another outfielder. For instance, you didn't want Marte, right? Would you have wanted Escobar from the Diamondbacks? No, you wouldn't. Hernandez from the Indians? No. Okay. What about Joey Gallo? No, you don't want Joey Gallo.
Yeah. You know what, though? Here's the thing.
No, let me finish.
Okay.
You don't want Joey Gallo. You don't want Rizzo because there's no place to play him. What about Chris Bryant? You don't want Chris Bryant either. You don't want anybody.
There are 8 places you could put Anthony Rizzo. There's 8 places you could put Joey Gallo. Rammer, I don't know if we've discussed this or not, but offense is way more important than defense when it comes to my mind. If you have a glove, show up to the ballpark and just put you out anywhere. If you can hit bombs like Joey Gallo can, put him at shortstop for all I care. That he is going to make up for you in offense whenever he takes away from you in defense. You could put Anthony Rizzo's left-handed ass over there at shortstop too. I don't care. As long as he's swinging and making contact and getting hit by pitches, I want that for my team, so I don't care. None of that matters to me if you can hit. And I think you're seeing some teams this year kind of doing that. I mean, you saw the White Sox going after Trevor Story, and they were going to put him at second base. They were like, you know what? Yeah, he's been a lifelong shortstop. We don't care. We want his bat in the lineup. He can play second base. You saw the Padres. You saw the Padres doing that. Where who did they just trade? They just traded for Adam Frazier, but they were looking at Trevor Story to play Trevor Story in center field. They don't care. They know that offense is more important than defense. And if you can hit, you're going to win.
2 things. One, if we're playing slow pitch softball, I want you to manage my team. If we're playing Major League Baseball, to quote the great Skipper, I'd like to manage against you.
Just put them anywhere. It just doesn't matter to me. Put them wherever. Figure it out as you go along. If you got a lineup full of guys that are hitting 300 or an OPS of 800, you know what? You're going to win. That's you'll figure it out.
Okay.
And with all the shifts and everything too, I mean, does it even matter where you play, what position guys play these days?
Well, that's an interesting point. Short center field.
Exactly.
That's how they used to play slow pitch.
Exactly.
Short center. Yeah.
Yeah. Just put Joey Gallo in short right for anytime a lefty comes up, and just, no matter where he goes. But
that's exactly right.
But Joey Gallo, I know this is Daily Cards and we talk Cardinals. Really, we try to talk Cardinals exclusively here. But Joey Gallo hitting at Yankee Stadium is going to be so much fun to watch.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Do they want to put him, because despite his low average, he has really he's kind of reminded me a little bit of Adam Dunn from a generation ago, who didn't hit for much average, but had a 400 on base percentage and tons of home runs. So would you use that on base and hit him between Judge and Stanton, or hit him behind Stanton so they got to pitch to Stanton? That'll be interesting to see how the Yankees want to play it.
Yeah, absolutely. So more and more deals will be done. I'm very surprised. Max Scherzer started today for the Nationals, and they didn't hold him off and trade him away. Very surprised by that. Yeah. You're seeing more and more moves being made, and you're seeing a few teams. You're seeing a few teams building for the future. I mean, you go look at what the Marlins rotation's going to look like in 2022. That's scary.
They're going to be good,
and they're. I mean, right now they are trading player assets away and getting guys for the future that are good, almost ready players.
Rizzo and Bryant are not in the Cubs lineup today, and everybody, the presumption is that because they're holding them out for a deal that they'll both go. I think the Cubs are making a mistake, but hooray. I'm glad they are.
Yeah, they it looks like both guys might be gone, and if you had to pick, it looks like they're going to stick with Baez and Wilson Contreras and build around them. It'll be a very, very different Cubs team the next time the Cardinals and Cubs possibly meet. Tomorrow on the show, Rammer, we will hopefully, by the time we do it, we're planning to go live tomorrow at 11 a.m., so that'll be when we do it then. Hopefully we have a few more trades in the books by then to talk about. Plus a full preview of the Twins and Cardinals series, which I haven't looked at the rotation yet for the Twins, but I know Jose Barrios is possibly on the trade block.
He's on the block.
Yeah, so we even if he is scheduled to pitch against the Cardinals this weekend, might not happen. We'll find out more tomorrow when we go live with you at 11 a.m. Rammer, before we talk about Royal Banks, your hat today, I can't tell what that hat is today.
This is old school. This is a sentimental one for me, and I have one from a few years. My best friend and a terrific basketball coach. In fact, he began the basketball program at Fort Zumwalt South. He played basketball at Lindenwood University. Brad Hill passed away at a young age. And so for his daughters, we had a charity golf tournament we put on every year after his passing. And this was the inaugural Brad Hill tournament. And so I broke out some vintage wear, sentimental cap. And I got a few of those over the years. And so it was one of those things. And it's one of the great things that people like you, me, Mike Claiborne, maybe the best example in our market is Dan McLaughlin, who can create buzz and create opportunities for charity and to support people and causes. And when we don't do that, I think we miss out. So being able to give back a little bit is something that we are privileged to do. And it was an honor that we did that. You know, it's been 20 years ago, but it was something we're very proud of.
That's awesome. I'm wearing, so this weekend I have my Alton High School alumni baseball game. Tomorrow, Friday, we're actually doing a 9-hole golf outing at Rolling Hills in Godfrey.
Nice.
So I'm not playing in that, but I'm organizing the entire thing. And I've been running around all week and trying to get all of my ducks in a row for that. Tomorrow I will wear the hat, the alumni game hat that I created a few years ago for this event. But this is just an old Alton High baseball hat that I've gotten over the years, just picked up while also organizing this game for that. But busy.
What's the nickname? The Fast Eddies?
We are the Redbirds.
Oh,
the Redbirds. Yes. So that'll be this weekend, and I'll show off the alumni game hat tomorrow as we do that. Rammer, before we get out of here, a word from our friends at Royal Banks.
Royal Banks, you know what? Get out of the heat. Go into a marvelously lovely air-conditioned Royal Banks location. And while you're there, look at all the ways Royal Banks can help you achieve your financial goals. Everything from a new checking account, something really simple, up to maybe something more complicated, a refi, a new mortgage, a home equity credit line. Great rates still there for you if you're a new customer for a home equity credit line. Call 314-212-1500 or go online to royalbanksofmo.com. Royal Banks, for better service means better banking. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
He's Bob Ramsey. I'm Joe Roderick. This has been another edition of Daily Cards Live right here on Claibs Online, presented by Mungenast St. Louis Acura and Royal Banks of Missouri. Back with you tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., previewing Twins and Cardinals. Talk to you then.
St. Louis Acura has an unbeatable selection of new cars, like the new TLX with $2,500 in loyalty conquest offers and 0.9% financing for up to 60 months. We have all new 22 MDXs with 1.9% financing for up to 60 months, or get a great deal on a new lease. You can get the 21 Acura ILX as low as $239 per month for 36 months, or the new 21 Acura RDX for as little as $399 per month for 36 months. St. Louis Acura, better than ever for you.